Oh wait, I'm like 6 minutes early. uh, hmm. Well, yeah, definitely this hasn't become me too well. My lack of sleep is slightly slowing my judgment, and I was already slow in judging things, so this is not helping. Oh well. Tough luck. I'm gonna start 6 minutes early then. Not gonna end the world. Okay. Getting calibrated on the floor. That's new. Set up here correctly? I think it is. Right, so we need to select our car. Not this one. Not this one. This one. God. In fact, I have two teams with slightly different names. Of wait, where's my avatar actually gone? Hold on. What happens here? No, that's not it. Droid cam is here. Oh, the software crashed. Huh. Well, that's probably why it hit me into the floor when I started the game up. Huh. Well, as far as I know, if I... Well, we can actually try that. Let's stay in game for a moment. Actually, I'm gonna, I think, briefly load into a single player session. We're gonna load the... Oh, I should be enabled again. The text generating mode. Because I was playing around with a tool to do this stuff a bit better. Right, so let's briefly put this into the background. Which will freeze it up, which looks weird, but you know, I've like... I'm literally guessing which folder it is, and I'm guessing the wrong folder on my desktop every single time. Right, let's launch this. Pull up. Yep. That's not right. So we've been jammed to the side. And we might have no trouble getting out of the game. Oh, wait, it is running. What? I've just noticed it. It is here. Just have unlaunched it again. Heh. But it wasn't there. What's going on? Now it's being found. What? What's happening here? I was very well, we've now closed ACC. I don't know what the hell is happening here. I mean, the one frame that I showed of my desktop, maybe it could be determined if the program was actually running or not. Yeah, we've been jammed back under the floor. Okay. Yeah, the program is running in front of... Yeah, it's not... What is happening there? Oh yeah, the tracking gets weird and messed up. Huh. That hasn't happened before. Oh, come on. Like, what is it now? It's like, you worked for years! This entire process worked for fucking years, and now you're suddenly acting like the world is ending and shit. Come on! Do I now need to improvise with... at least I gave myself those 6 minutes. I didn't expect my model to break all of a sudden. Okay, well. Calibration, I assume it still works. So I guess we're gonna just calibrate later then? Well, it's still not visible. It's just it goes immediately off screen. There's some weird offset, and like finding your model in this program is like impossible. Like, I mean, I can force the camera into a certain position, but it's like, it's just not great. I mean, we can guess that's perhaps gone down. No. God, and I need to know the controls off the top of my head for this, and it's really awkward stuff. Ah, this had to fucking happen today. That like the software has, with the new version of SteamVR, there's a bug that causes it with that when you're in seated mode, it just somehow dislodges the tracking position, which was a never fucking okay, actually we can just, you know, it's still not visible. Where the fuck has my model gone? Like, it should be somewhere, you know. Like, fuck, it has to be somewhere in here. And we're just, like, given a fucking void here. This is green void now. Oh, wait, there it is. There's the model. We found it. We found something. This is super awkward for like. There's a way to get to the fucking target. Yeah, it's moved like miles away. How do you move again the camera in this program? It's very weird to do. I can tell you that for sure. Yeah, it's 31 now. Okay, well, we're on the completely wrong side of the model. I think we might just, you know, try to scratch build it again. Which is probably awkward to do, but like, you know, it's... oh. But it now decided to teleport me through it. Thanks, I briefly saw my model and then it was gone. Oh god, we're further away now. No, that's fun. So as soon as like free camera, it will teleport me to some other position that isn't like just the in front position. In front camera is just not as good in my opinion, because you know. Lost it. Where are you again? Come on, where are you? I know you exist. Jesus, where the fuck did I go here? How were the shortcuts again? Well, that's not control, that's control. That just drags the window. I think there's also a combination of mouse click, which I can't do because I have no middle mouse button. Zoom lens, done too much for me. I think this tumbles the camera. Let me briefly go into the front of my desktop, which is a bit awkward now to solve it. that happens. You know the fucking thing exists. Let me open it. Give me my mouse buzzer. Thank you. Why the fuck does the key combination to move a window sometimes just not work, or it's like overly complicated? What is wrong with that guy? Standing here, seated. Sit. It's a bit much of a wide lens, but I think this now at least works well enough that we can pull it off. Right? This is not as good as the old one. But you know, it does the job now. I just need to move the window back and perhaps save the config. Just to make sure we have everything functional next time this shit happens again. With the improvised adapter overcome. Oh well, the camera is a bit downwards pointing. Don't quite like that. Let me just, I think, briefly move it down a bit further. Give me a sec. Don't even hit the ceiling of the window. So, this should now hopefully theoretically work. We don't have to face anything. Okay, I look a bit further away now, but like, actually I can fix that. That's perfectly fixable. Okay, the window's still over here. Can give a bit of FOV reduction, I guess. So, okay. Okay, this looks fine. This looks fine. Leaning looks fine. Yeah, I think we'll look fine enough now. So overwrite the settings, I think. With the FOV change, right? Yes. Politely just say yes. Thank you. Okay, well then. We've got everything down now. And functional. Took us like 10 minutes. But honestly, these 10 minutes were fucking worth it, I think. To fix my FOV and stuff. To fix the camera position, yeah. It took honestly way longer when I did this the first time, but I think I didn't use the exploit of just setting the FOV to 180 and finding your model again. But I could have also, like, I don't know, gotten the mod for sending and stuff. Why did I turn my controls on? I didn't need to do that. I'm stupid occasionally. Right. I'm stupid occasionally. Didn't need them. I just need to actually alt up the game. And get password and stuff. Right. Also, we need to get back to the scene. Here's the password. And we're just gonna search for Sexta. I don't know what that means in Portuguese. It's apparently a Portuguese. Oh, I've just noticed my overlay is gone. Ah, I see. Well, I need to get that back. Summer camp. Password, connect. Well, then let's fix the overlay. Because that has no reason to be gone. Did it shut itself down? Maybe? No, the token seems to be running. Huh. But both my chat and other things are gone. Huh. Oliveira in a Camaro is going relatively fast. Yeah, the overlay is here. What? Hold on a second. Where did you put my overlay then? Oh, it must have gone in some shadow realm as well. Well, I think I messed it up due to my... Hello there, Mr. Butterfly. He sent this message a while ago. I've been busy with technical issues. Fighting a bunch of technical problems, but we should be now finally ready to drive. Actually, is my audio even working? Yeah, it should be. Hopefully. My Imola looks a lot smaller than it used to on the screen there. Oh well, we're gonna just use it like it is now, and I'm gonna see what I can do till tomorrow. For now, this is fine enough. This is good enough. It works. Something is being rendered. I have an overlay. The world is good. Timetable, let's briefly check. What has he done here in terms of lap time? 52.6. Yeah, that's decently fast. I don't know if I can even match this outside of Qualy pace with this car. Huh. Do I have setup? I should still from practice have a setup. Alright, 34 degrees Celsius. I think the setup should work with that temperature. Let's see. I don't have tires that does that one now. Does it one? I forgot. Do we have a mandatory pit stop? I think we might. It doesn't matter, I can just practice with full fuel anyway. And I'll give a fuck. Nothing like majorly lost if you do practice with too much fuel. It's just miles qualifying, I guess. It didn't seem to me that like I was limited on tire sets. And considering they do a 1 hour practice session, this is... would be surprising if they limited tire sets particularly. One week ago I drove this track in a race. With the McLaren. Which I think is quite a bit faster. That was stupid from me. That was a stupid misjudgment for me. Yeah, my sleep deprivation, I would say, maybe is affecting me more than I let on for it. I feel like a drunk guy who's claiming he's totally... I'm not that drunk. It's like, no, you're lolling all your words. You're quite bad. And I probably am. There's like a decent chance I am actually lolling words. I assure you I'm not drunk. I had pulled an all-nighter to finish some assignments, and I've been in recent times sleeping like close to, I don't know, 12 hours a day. So when I suddenly, sleep like 4, becomes a bit of a problem. Car is very willing to get the rotation. There's only a 45-minute sprint race, and I don't have a teammate who I need to take care of. Think of if he could drive the car. Because this thing is just, it's not gonna last. Oh, the area is actually running me on track. I'm probably dealing here with a 54 or 53, something like that. I hope it isn't like a 56 or some shit. I have to do a lot of digging. Lap felt fine, I guess. Yeah, 54. Instability for that kink. Quite something. Tire pressures are slightly too high. Only a smidge.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
You're on an outlap, mate. You politely? I guess not. Oh, messed up the chicane there. Oh no. This guy must be running max wing, considering I'm keeping up with him on the straightaways.
Car on the right.
Oh, now you decide to not take an apex. Ah, fuck. Now you decide to not take the fucking apex. Ugh. I haunted you already. Hey, actually, was that Saurus? Yeah, it was Saurus. The other guy that has the fast settle lap time. Just behind me. But it was only half a second that I'd gained. It's not enough, really. Do I put my brakes on the braking?
Yellow flag ahead. Charging front. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
There's some GT3s doing GT3 things.
Car
Hey,
on the
48.
left. Clear on the left.
Someone's driving the old car still.
Flag in sector 2.
I mean, I'm bringing a Maserati. He's probably more surprised with me than I am with him. But yeah. More seasoned, I can expect stuff like a Maserati. I have gained like half a second because I was like 3/10 down before I started the lap. No, half a second is not quite the like 1.5 seconds I think I'm missing. And roughly. Oh, you know, we're getting there, sort of.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap. Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Ah, locked up there. I'm braking too late now. What happened?
Yellow flag in sector 2.
I'm running into the back of these guys again.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
How much damage do I actually have? 9 seconds roughly.
Light damage on the front of the car.
Where do you materialize from? Oh, this is gonna be fun. I think that some of these GT3 drivers don't actually quite know how to do multiclass. Oh well. At least this was a lengthy practice session where some of them could figure out some stuff. Oh, I think I have into there. Not good, that cost a lot of momentum. So 6 pounds remaining in this session. About a 10th down compared to the previous run into this corner. But faster actually on the exit than before.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
such a perfect rotation for that corner. She's feeling so actually great. Now I'm back again, running into the back of... Oh, he's backing up, thanks! That's me. Not quite fast enough to actually jump the other guy. Not come close enough, I would suppose. Also, it's still only 3 GT4s have set any lap time so far in the session. Which is strange. Oh, I ran wide there. Why are people parking up on the road right now? I mean, this league, oddly enough, does not have like a Discord or anything. Like, they link a Facebook page, but you can't access it without a Facebook account, so I have no clue what's going on that front. I wouldn't be too surprised if they do manage it through their Facebook page. It's not just some PR page attached to them. Yeah, they're Portuguese after all. Some of these Mediterranean people are weird. Mediterranean boomers. Another car all over. Cars are still moving, I'm not the only one. You can see that in relative. Actually, I'm not gaining, however, on my lap time anymore. That's a bit concerning. I'm losing time quite a bit there. This car's not quite as consistent, obviously, in produced lap times as the McLaren, which just pumped out lap after lap after lap of the same lap time. Yeah, if you don't drive to 100% perfect, you just lose out, I guess. Yeah, this was... You notice how this like perfect rotation through the corner and just punching it out. And they're starting to speak Portuguese in chat. Oh, he's still standing there. What? He's been standing there for a lap now. Oh, that's interesting. That's a pit entry. Wait, he just left it. No, he didn't leave the server, I just messed up my table right now. He can regularly get down to low 30. He had a 52-0 as well. Okay. Not at 10. Right. Qualifying now. We had too high pressure, so I go down, I think, 05 on the pressures. No stars. Maybe 06 on the rears? Is it mixed quality for GT4 or GT3? I guess so. Which is kinda like hell. GT3s are definitely driving out. And GT4 also. At least 1, 2, okay. It's a drive. Oh, I have full fuel right now still. Let's not do that. Still have the full fuel tank on the car. Light flat spots on the front left. How's the camber looking? Looks a bit harsh for the front left. Otherwise looks fine. $20 liters roughly. Should be enough, I think, to get through the entire session.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
My MUQU calculator isn't working right now again. Important will be setting a banker, because the GT3s are gonna absolutely mess stuff up. They're about 10 seconds per lap faster than us. We're closer to 11. Yeah, right, move brake pedal slightly forwards under these conditions, because it is, you have more brake locking. Radeon is more unstable on this car when you're on low fuel. That's the reason why. GT4 came in off the track.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
I mean, I got the McLaren down into the 50s in qualifying on last week on Saturday. Let's see if we can match that. Problem is, we now have GT3s coming up. Francis is abandoning the lap because he sees me now.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Ooh, that was not good for me. You could have just abandoned at that point and just stayed behind. You lost already too much time in turn 1.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You had already F1 fly in. Yeah, but if I get the Porsche past me, I'll have clear air. For at least a lap. Actually, the Porsche is GT4, so it's just one car. Worked perfectly out for him. Still dancing right on the edge of adhesion. Right, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? 52, 8. Whoa, yeah, the other guy was sandbagging. Yeah, GG. It's the always current curse of like, there's always someone who's actually a fucking alien that will steal your wins. You will never defeat that person.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Because yeah, he's doing low 50s. I think not low, but like... Man, that car's not producing much gains right now. Skill gap here, man. Between me and it's a Camaro. It's not even that fucking good, the car he's driving. It's not like he's driving a Cayman or a MUQU or McLaren. Camaro is not good. VOP does not favor you with the car.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Yeah, full second actually faster than me. Okay, that's only 51.8. It's not that fast. Something I could do race pace with the McLaren. Maybe not in this weather though. It is quite a bit warmer than when I raced. Actually, it is about as warm as when I did Qualy, so yeah, it is adding up.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful.
Oh, I had too much oversteer there. I had a bad run out of the corner. Fucking clear behind here. There's a GT3 a few seconds behind, but not that close. Okay, the rain is quite unstable on the set. On low fuel. There is quite a lot of gains honestly on each corner, but like, you know. Yeah, he's improved also quite a bit down the road. Yeah, it's 1.5 seconds more like. I've just compensated for his gains now. It isn't much. You're on your outlap. Please get out of the way. You're impeding. Well, I'm pretty sure he is the car on the outlap. I don't know. At least I thought so. Honestly, do I need to continue qualifying?
Your left hand
Well,
is
not like this.
Please try to stay on the track.
Well, the car behind me is only by like half a second. Well, it's not that much that I have on the next car behind. Well, let's just stop it. There's no point going off the pole position against this Camaro. Yeah, and he's also in the pits now. I just call it at this point. This guy's further back. And Saris doesn't even have Apnum set. Man, Dins is slow. The name Olivier says me something. GT3 moving past us. And there's multiple GT3s that just haven't set a lap time yet. Well, 2 remaining. Considering it's a field of 25 cars and there are 3 cars that in a 15-minute quality session still haven't got like pulled themselves together and set a lap time, is a bit surprising. Oh man, look at you driving. When you want to slow, are you at least reasonably slow? Still a lot slower than me, like 4 seconds nearly. What stopped him from upshifting there? Because you want to follow this guy? You didn't want to overtake? Yeah, no, it's still not run the car into the rev limiter. Because it's uncomfortable to listen to. Yeah, but like 9/10 down on the other guy. He's only slightly faster on the first sector than me. Like minusculely. Fastest sector as well, my fastest lap. Around gains. Middle sector I'm like 4/10 down, and the final sector I'm another 4/10 down. That's my time losses. .51.3 from him. Doable. Not from the Maserati there, unfortunately. Yep, he finally sets the time. Leaving just have a hello. Set a lap time, and then we have everyone. Is he gonna do it now finally? I mean, he's gonna get an extra lap after this. So you're gonna probably see the GT3 move past us. Finally. Nope, this was not a valid lap from him. But he has time still to set another lap. Come on, dude, just put a lap together. Yeah, that was an out lap. Okay, that's a bit much cut. And you don't cut that much, you can't afford it. Fastest time in GT3 is 41.3. Not sure it's that fast. I don't know. We don't. Well, we have McLarens on the front there. Probably 2 Evos, isn't it? Yeah. Actually, it's been interrupted by whoa. 0.05 from pole position to P2. That is close. Let's go back to him. Oh yeah, we should perhaps set up the car for the race. Can do that as well. Tire pressure still went higher. Well, actually, that was my spin. Right. I remember. 9 flat spot still on the front left. And after me compensating for a tire forward brake bias. So. And this seems to be working out. So you gonna set a lap time now? Probably gonna find it out. Yep, he said a lap time. P10 for me. Probably roughly where I would end up. Honestly, I think. In GT3. Depends on car, obviously. I mean, if I'm shooting myself in the foot as much as I do in GT4, then yeah. I'll have to find out how much fuel we need for the race. No pit stop. Okay. It's reset the fuel mode. Fuck. Well, we know 80 liters is about enough for. I think 80 liters is also an estimation. Actually, we can just grab my fuel number. Oh, wait. What happened again with my VMC? Hold up. Wait a minute. Where did you go again? You worked for a bit and now you're gone again. What is happening? Oh, my calibration. When I hit calibrate, it probably broke the entire thing again. Oh, come on. That is so silly. But I don't think I have the time to pull this off. I have 1 minute. So I have to be on. Come on, give me my cursor. Okay, I need fuel on the car. Sufficient, hopefully. It's like 70 liters. Tire pressures are fine, probably. Or yeah, they're gonna be fine. Okay, right. This is not gonna be fun. So I need to calibrate briefly. What is happening that this thing, as soon as I it's acting up so much? I need to install a new version. Hopefully that fixes the problem. Maybe it is unfixable, which could cause new problems. Yeah, actually I don't need this. You're relatively. Hello, would you kindly give me a cursor over here? Thank you. Actually, I should do this with this. Calibration. Let's see, where does it put me?
Stay single file.
Okay, that works. And that's my old config. So for whenever the play space gets adjusted, I guess. Through whatever means.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
And tires at 5, which is fine. Oh no, I'm definitely overshoot. Let me briefly check if all working on here. Yep. Right, so I understand now what's happening. I just need to reload the config effectively and it fixes itself. Recalibrating did not fix it previously, so we do know that, but like reloading the old config just fixed it immediately. Yeah, I mean the reason I use specifically virtual motion capture instead of tracking world. Tracking world is bugged in the sense that even if you launch the game after tracking world, it will still force the MVRR every few seconds back into place space tracking instead of seated tracking. And you know, that causes massive problems because you can't actually calibrate your seated position. And you are like standing next to your car, which is just not right while you're sitting down. A bunch of stuff that shouldn't be happening happens. Right. But when you use virtual motion capture, it just didn't care before and just tracked fine. You couldn't launch it after the game because that would actually force it into it, as I demonstrated earlier. That's what happened, it forced it into normal space tracking. Now I notice. Can't use that button after I load the config. Didn't actually move my brake bus for the formation lap. It's gonna be fine. Let's see how we're doing starting wise. We're losing ground here because I'm already in P3 because the GT3 just backed down so much.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Everything is neatly organized for turn 1. Which is very surprising. Although we are not that many drivers in this race.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Are we gonna send it up my inside again?
There's a slow car ahead.
It's not just a slow car, that should be a yellow game. And that car was standing there for a hot minute before any flag was pulled out. Don't think the Camaro will be quite able to match me in a straight line, but he will be able to brake later than me. He's been very cautious on his outlap. But, I think he doesn't attack the tires as much right now. This is what allowed me to leverage my way by him. He just was taking it easy. Yeah, fair enough. He has the pace. And otherwise would just escape into the distance. With utterly no fight. Okay, I didn't pass him. It's a very fair and respectful fight. He went all four wheels off there. Oh, there's a GT3 coming by. But there's a spun GT3 there.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Fucking me. Now I have a full second between me and him. I don't think I'm gonna keep that for long. Bit used to my braking points from qualifying, and they're starting to catch me out slightly. But yeah, I think my brakes are my weakness here. Still quite a bit of a threat, even if I'm running away on the straight. Not much, but actually, not really that much. Top speed were really equally matched.
There's a slow car ahead.
Can't afford making mistakes. He just has quite a bit more pace than me, honestly. I'm fighting him with dull blades. This is gonna get my favor. Gonna put up a fight, but that's about it. What I'm gonna expect from it. Fuck off, why are my brakes not working? Like, I'm just not getting stopped for the chicane now. I think maybe my exit speeds out of the aqua section are too far here. DJ Kelly suffering from success. You improve in one section and now you're too fast for the next one. Way more improvement in that lap. I actually brought across the line. 52.5 from me.
There's a slow car
Yeah,
ahead.
produced a 52.4 still, despite multiple mistakes from him. Still not much improvement compared to my previous runs through there. And he's a lot closer now. Because he hasn't made a mistake this lap. Pretty sure he's gonna eye this corner as an overtaking spot for him. I mean, yes, he is vulnerable a bit on the straightaway here. it's not gonna be enough for me to probably make an overtake. I mean, he is top speed wise really matching me, at least in my draft. To see if the Camaro does suffer from tire drop. I haven't raced too much against Camaros because they're not that popular. Because they're not that competitive, you know, usually. I mean, I got beaten by one in... what was it again? VTLM, Bathurst 4 hours. Got beaten by a Camaro there. That doesn't mean anything. I'm playing there with track limits. Not wise. Way better run there. Oh, we had a bad exit there. He's not infallible, but like, generally speaking, he's faster. If I do one mistake that is larger than slight oversteer, which he's gonna go past. Heck, depending on the situation, he might even go then past. Any mistake larger than 2/10 is basically an overtaking risk. Or at least allows him to set up. Important for me is not collecting track cuts because I feel like he's collecting them right now. I'm driving a bit off the circuit. Leaving and the braking. It's gonna get interesting when the traffic comes, because that could immediately start opening opportunities for him. Oh fuck, fuck. And there's my mistake. Unfortunately for him, I perfectly positioned the car to stop him getting a run of that. As I said, that cost me 5/10 all in all. And as I said, that's a mistake larger than 2/10 and it's immediately an overtaking opportunity. And he was like 7/10 or so back. Tiniest chink in the armor, and he's gonna be able to take advantage of that. And that's just not quite the case when he makes a mistake. He can get away with it and gain the lap. time back again. I mean, yes, I can also, but like, yeah, it's a bit different. He's looking this time around. Too far back.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
It's very obvious that he wants to try there in the future. I think it might just not work for him. Would need overlap, I think, into the corner to make an overtake. I don't think he can get that such a run to actually do that. If he has like a hair overlap heading into the kink, even if he drops behind, I think he can close it out. But he needs that hair overlap. Otherwise he's gonna lose out on the braking still. Okay, let's fasten this corner. I've not been able to get as much of a gap as I ever used to. Where the race leader start here? Okay. With 10 seconds nearly on P3. Despite battling each other. I mean, we haven't lost that much time battling each other. The biggest defensive action was B stopping on an apex. We're really scratching under the surface of what you can do defensively. I mean, he is not able to gain in the slipstream on me, really. Well, he is. Actually is. Slowly. Not much. I think a 10th on this entire straightaway. Yeah. And then obviously can make up gains in the braking zone. Are you winning, son? Actually, I am. Sort of. I mean, I am leading the class. But the guy behind me out-qualified me by a second, so... yeah. I mean, I'm holding on so far. But the word is so far. And, we haven't had the traffic hit yet, so... oh, that's gonna be... oh. Objects in the mirror may appear further away than they actually are. Objects in my mirror. The Maserati, how? Like, well, he's driving Camaro, that's how.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Honestly, I didn't quite expect him to actually make an attempt into turn 1. Well, it was the closest he's been on the front stretch from me. He could make up about a 10th on me in straight line speed. Oh god, this guy is terrible. What are you gonna do? Okay. No, I'm not sure he's actually gonna get out of our way. I think he just drives the line without an apex there. Yeah, I'm not sure that guy is sub 2 minutes. And we're under a lot of pressure, and there comes the GT3 leader by. Whoa! What the hell is happening? I'm pretty sure that GT3 just skipped the inside of the chicane completely to avoid me. Holy shit. Well, I mean, they do have fun with me and him because we're basically toted bumper to bumper right now. Yeah, but I mean, I'm slower definitely with it than the McLaren. McLaren is a faster car. He's gonna attempt again. Ooh, he's getting a nice overspeed now. Ah, there he goes. I don't know where the GT3 came from. Oh god, my cars. So as soon as I start pushing, the thing just goes off. Was a worthwhile attempt, but like it just couldn't work. The car's just not fast enough. As long as he's not held up by a GT3. There it is! There is the opportunity, he just... If he hadn't turned in on that GT3 and bounced off him, I would have not gotten back by him. Over here. Honestly, I'm not too 100% sure it is actually that much slower. Well, he is having now this overlap that here.
Car on the left. Yellow flag in sector 3. Faster car is approaching. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I was like, the problem is I'm kind of not able to even keep track where the GT3s at times are. They just materialize next to us. No, we're not letting you this time around the inside.
On the right. Faster car coming up behind.
But that was a mistake. Oh,
Clear on the right.
now I got body checked off the road by him. That was it. It was a worthwhile attempt for about 20 minutes to keep the lead. But it just isn't enough. And the McLaren I would beat him, easy. Well, actually I think not that easily, but like, still I would beat him. That's not too much of a question.
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
I mean, heck, his qualifying time is not particularly much faster than my fastest lap of the race. And definitely slower than what I did in qualifying. So there. He's not infallible, he just made a mistake slightly, but like I'm over a second back, and that's outside of a GT3 completely murderizing him. Not gonna happen. Like I lost all the games that I made like through the chicane there, so look, the attempt was made here in part to just... I didn't expect particularly someone this fast to turn up. Hey, that. Well, obviously it did happen, because always there has to be that one alien in the race. is that smidge faster than you to bully you and not give you wins. Because that always happens. Without fail. And has to happen in this case him. Because I can't win championships because there's always one guy faster than me. And it has to be always one person. It's usually not multiples, it's literally one, usually. Besides that, I mean, you need to try the Maserati to see if it's actually completely dead. Oh, you know, maybe I was living a lie beforehand already. And driving well beyond the means of this car before. That is always a possibility. That I usually do not consider. I mean, I do know that my previous main in GT4, the KTM crossbow, was absolute shit. Inarguably garbage. Even when brought to Hungaroring, it was then just about able to match the Caymans. In the rain, it was unbeatable. Like, outside of that, like, you just couldn't beat stuff with it. It was not good enough. Okay, and crossbow. Well, the Camaro is not considered particularly good. But yeah, it's winning over me right now. I had so many fights with Alpine drivers in the past. I mean, I am driving actually the setup that I made for the 4 hours on this car. That I made in preparation for the 4 hours. Yeah, he's starting to escape at this point. Said there's always a smidge of pace in this case. Yeah, this is part that I like enjoyed in GT4 is that like the car choice didn't quite matter. You didn't need to min-max your car choice. You could bring something like a Maserati and win with it. At least I felt like it. Like it was possible. I don't think it's possible anymore. Maserati just isn't. Either my perspective has changed and I finally realized it, I said, or it never was. Which is also a valid possibility. Yeah, that really messes you up when you can't swing the car in. The Maserati especially here, because of how aggressive the steering is. At least feels like. As soon as I turn, like, the front end just bites and I can turn it. Well. Well, he hit him a bit, but not enough time lost. I lost a lot of time through the pass on Villeneuve. And I definitely perceive this problem of, like, you need to drive the perfect car. For GT3 especially. It's like... I know a lot of people are trying to pretend, and have in the past also, like, oh, car choice doesn't matter that much. They're all, like, within a few seconds, like, nah. Like, sure, it doesn't matter if you're, like... I don't know. Not capable of getting... what would be a lap time? I don't know, if you're miles back in the back of the field. I'm talking about... The problem is if, like, I'm saying, oh yeah, you're 5 seconds down, it's like... Well, that's not saying much because the aliens are way too fast in this game, so... Everybody is basically like 5 seconds back to the aliens, right? So... That's not saying much. Yeah, if you're not capable of getting... sub 2 minute 5s at... Silverstone with any of the current cars, then like it's probably not your car selection that's gonna matter much. Like, sure, there's cars that will really not help you, like the old Nissan, the Nissan itself kind of isn't, but like the old Nissan especially. The V12 probably isn't, and the Ryzen especially. There's some cars that really don't work. Really will not produce pace. And when you're on the other hand driving, I don't know, 720S or an M4 or a Lexus, like that's not gonna make a difference for you. But if you're like, yeah, I can run 2 minutes, then that makes a difference. Because there can be easily between those three cars like a second per lap, and that second per lap can make the difference between finishing P20 and finishing P3. I don't know, that's enough of a difference, I would say, to justify saying, like, yeah, this is a problem, this BOP is... The problem is this game is too competitive for its lackluster BOP. Like, the cars are probably more competitively balanced than R-Factor 2, although I haven't played the game in a while. Last time I played R-Factor 2. I mean, the fact that I can barely get anything done with the car, with the Bentley, but then I switch to Ferrari and I'm suddenly finishing on the podium. Is enough, I think, of a proof there that stuff isn't quite as it's supposed to. I don't know who's more sleep deprived and cognitively dysfunctional, the McLaren behind me or me? Because I'm operating on about 4 hours worth of sleep in the past 24 hours. Had to pull an all-nighter for assignments. And then only got like a couple of hours of napping time during the day to make up the time again. Just constantly hounded with doing one thing or another thing. It's quite a nuisance. I think Watkins Glen is not on this calendar here, unfortunately. Would love to try it with the with this car again. In a competitive race. Because if I can't win at Watkins Glen anymore with the car, then it is definitely dead. Then they definitely change something. I mean, it's not saying much if the competition is way too good if I'm heading up against aliens of aliens, but like... If I can't win at the Glen anymore, then it's over. I would say. He actually isn't running away too much anymore, but I think he's just not needing to push. That's probably why. Because he's dropped under 3 seconds now again. I mean, it's not like he needs to push. I think he might have just lost also some time with traffic. pushed him back. 12 minutes to go. He has the pace to, if I ever come closer to I can just run. My tires are starting to wear out. My fuel even, yeah, my fuel will get me to the end. Didn't have the time to calculate fuel because I was fighting some issues with my VTube model. Some SteamVR update is causing weird behavior from virtual motion capture. I noticed it just before the race started that it broke again, and figured out how to fix it for good. So there's that. Yeah, he had a terrible lap there, 53.8 there from him, put in a 53.4. Although do keep in mind we're running lower fuel loads than for the 4 hour. So. Although it is warmer actually in the race, so I think in some ways the pace equals out. It was about, however, the same conditions in qualifying than it was at the Racing Pals 4 hours. I definitely won't bring the Camaro to Kota if we run that race, because it is on the same day as Tracklicious. So if we actually commit to the Tracklicious Championship, we're not running Kota most likely. Yeah, I would not bring this car to Kota. I've seen the Alpines utterly dominate on that circuit when it was relatively new. Like, we got eviscerated by Marek Krejci and Iversen. I think were the two Alpine drivers in SRXP at the time. I don't remember who drove the McLaren, but he had a 10-second time penalty from something, I think an incident from the previous race. And I was right behind him for most of the race, and he was in P3. And I just started bothering him for the last few laps, which allowed my teammate, also on the Maserati, to just drop below 10 seconds behind him. And allowed him to gain the position on him as well.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
But you know, because it's me actually legitimately fighting for position there on track, it was totally fine. He was like,
Car on the left.
congratulated me for pulling it off.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Yeah, that was an interesting race. The McLaren was so slow through the S section, which is where I could hound him.
Car on the left.
I don't think I passed him in the section, but like relating to it.
Approaching.
But there's so many like corners on that circuit that just really hate the Maserati. Like turn 1, the hairpin, the back stretch braking point. The entire Mickey Mouse section is really fun with this car. Not. It's probably not that much more fun with the McLaren. Yeah, it's just. Oh yeah, and the long right hander with the stop and cutting point. Yeah. That corner. Prior to like the IndyCar runoff. that right-hander is pretty fast with the Maserati, but the McLaren struggles so much. I think that's where I actually got past him briefly. Because I don't think I passed him in the S section. As much as I was... I think he just skipped the chicane there. And he lost very little time. Also, I didn't suffer actually from track cuts enough to actually drive through. At least not so far. Yeah, I think he got pushed off the track by traffic. Didn't pay enough attention. Doesn't matter. I mean, it is... the field is quite an interesting competition of like us two. And then you have the rest of GT4, which is 22 seconds behind me. Oh yeah, and in the week that 2 weeks I haven't like been racing, I made a small tour which makes installing and exporting liveries out of the game files a bit easier. Not that it's really that helpful for anyone besides me, especially as I haven't added a UI yet. It's exclusively command line right now. And I haven't even exported the compiled binary so far, so its use is a bit limited. But I've successfully... There's GT3 coming. It is capable of taking a zip file, taking the files out of it, figuring out where they need to go, putting them there, and also extracting a livery straight up into a zip, because that's actually more difficult than it seems. I mean, with how rarely I do this process, it's probably not worth it spending, I don't know, 16 hours or so in total writing a program for it. Whatever you do, it helps. It does allow me to toggle the generate textures on and off with a single command line, which can also change your other settings on the fly. Pretty cool features that I made there. Ooh. That's it, like he just doesn't need to push. He just needs to make it to the line. Man, 1.7 seconds was off the pace.
There's a car exiting pit lane.
Could have also tried the KTM crossbow, but like I'm not too sure that car is actually competitive enough to use it yet. It works at Valencia, no questions asked. Although the SRXP competition I think was a bit lacking there. Wanna overtake here? Fine. In general, SRXP has served for this season of the championship canned GT4. I mean, heck, they've canned for the next round the split too. So Pro Split Silver, Pro Split Silver Split and AM Split drivers are on one driving on one server. Previously, AM was on their own. Silver and Pro were driving with the GT4s at the same time. I mean, it has been over the years actually changing in between. Sometimes they have put the AM have usually been on their own server, although they have at times moved the servers down to the AM split. It was like a season where they had just Pro and GT4 in top split. And that's when I drove GT3 in Pro split and got utterly eviscerated in the Porsche. Like, at Hungaroring it was 10 cars, I qualified last, and after I had made up a few positions at the start, I lost those throughout the race because the car just did not have the pace. Just didn't. I mean, at Misano I found the pace in the race. Still, it was just... that was painful. In general, painful, yeah. Oh yeah, that Misano race actually was the one that got age restricted on YouTube. I do remember that is the Misano race that got age restricted on my channel. Sorry. My bad. But I mean, you're at least a lap down, so it's like it's not gonna matter for you. Please go. Sorry that I was indecisive with my positioning. Ooh, that was, I think, close. He just about avoided me. Oh man. I think the P3 and 4 didn't particularly help each other because they are very close to each other. The podium is not decided quite yet. Oh, well, the winning class is, I would say. He's now just over 5 seconds in front of me. We're gonna have clear air till the end of the lap. Maybe he's also slightly backing off to avoid getting track cuts. Yeah, it is a likely outcome. Actually, I haven't gone back to it. I mean, you probably are watching, but like anymore. But like, I haven't gone back through the footage. If you're driving, it is surprising that you didn't pick up all the track cuts. Didn't pick up a single one. Yeah, that's something. So many people lose everything in terms of track cuts. Yes, you speed into the pit lane because pit speed limiters in ACC can be a fickle matter. You just ended up being in second gear when you tried to engage it. And the pit speed limiter doesn't have a display. It doesn't display anything on the dashboard, like this one. It's just under 4 seconds.
Excellent job, mate. P2. Bring it back to the pit safely.
Yeah, unfortunate. I tried, but it was very much clear that if one thing went not 200% right, he would win, and it happens. I mean, I got back into the lead briefly, but it just wasn't enough. Yeah. It just did be like that. It's unfortunate that, like, I'm basically last of the people who are, like, of my skill level. Hey, interesting, the fastest GT3 is P15. Another guy pulled over there. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed my time at least, driving in. It's been unfortunate that he didn't bother to click a livery together. Shows that this is probably not his best car either. That guy is probably better than he lets on as well. I might be able to beat him with a McLaren, but what if he comes with a McLaren? I should have put them a bit early. Yeah, it's visible here, like you can see something happening on the dash, and that's not the case with the McLaren. It's just nothing. Other cars do way more than like what this car does. I mean, this little side of this car is gonna burn in his retinas. That's enough for that. If he doesn't know this car, he's gonna be scared shitless of the fact that I came here with it. Flat spot's light on the front left, but I mean, I got light flat spots after running like 10 minutes in qualifying, so only light flat spots over 45 minutes is still good. It changed slightly the camber, but like honestly, that's the only change I did on the setup. Slightly less camber on the front right, and I mean, you could slash the camber, I guess. Not really. Front could work with a bit less, but like that's about it. I think otherwise the car's fine. It's as good as this, I would say. Oh, he's left already. Oh well. They don't even have a Discord, by the way. They're really weird. These people are weird. We could look a bit at the replay, but I think I'm gonna call it a night at this point now. I've had my enjoyment in driving, and that's just about what I needed. It's gonna break my model tracking again, because you know it broke earlier. So. Cool wind coming through the window. It's not too cold like it was last night, but like it is cold enough, I suppose. Right. Okay then. Yeah, I think this is working. Well, the frame rate for a second looked like shit, but whatever. Right. Oh, I'm looking at a bit of an angle here. Oh yeah, because I'm stupid. I pointed the window to the right of me. And like, yeah, this is totally surprising. Why am I looking to the right? Like, yes. Obviously. Dumbass. Right. Okay then. I would say it is time to maybe say goodbye. Ah, okay. So he's finished the solo. Look, saying to be French to complain about everything. I give you a channel now. Do you boss things? There's like, I'm like, but the only thing I'm good is bitching and moaning and German. Like that's what Germans are made for. Yeah, yeah. I think Loik is underestimating me. What is weird is that Loik doesn't understand like this poster here, which is clearly like. Here's that license listing again. Oh, the 21st of Democrat cancelled it last night. Oh, yes, yes. It has fucking happened. Again, I've just realized. Yeah, I didn't, they didn't even ping people for this shit, but like, it's happened. I'm actually put my controllers down so I can type. Hello, would you kindly like let me, type? Yep, there's my cursor. Wait, was the cancellation actually of the event came out later or earlier? Oh, they don't give a timestamp, they just give a date when they send it out. It's... yeah, that was posted earlier, at least by the bot. The bot posted it about 40 minutes before the cancellation event. And then 3 minutes later, a new article, and that is the early sign up, purchase your team pass now. No, we're not fucking interested in these. Except that Loik is like, well, does somebody want to do this again, considering there's a bit of money on the line? Not like that much. They're offering for LMP1 400 years for winning a championship, 150 for second place, and 50 for third. LMP2 is 275 years and 25 years. GT3 is 275 and 25. Where were the licenses? Because that's what I actually wanted to. License update. Yep, that's. Well, I think it just links me back to their license page. Check your new license here. License overview. It is sorted alphabetically after the first name, which is fucking weird, but it works, I guess. Where's my name? Wait, my name is missing. Huh? There's only a Lukas here listed. Strange stuff. Because I definitely have a license on the series. Yeah, my license. Oh wait, no, that's a typo. No, my license is gone. What? What's happened here? I've had one. I was D-ranked, I think, from gold down to silver, I think? Something like that. But like, it's gone. I don't have a license anymore. Guess maybe because I changed my Discord name, he got confused. No, I don't want that. I wanted to open Control F. Could you kindly, like, why is typing with gloves so complicated at times? Alessandra Tura is known on Discord as Endo Girl and then some numbers. I'm not gonna talk the entire name, but like, Jesus, what does that? Unfortunately, that's like, what the hell happened to my license? It just got eaten. They just deleted my license, I guess. I think that's by accident because I did race last season and they did just my license because of that. But like, you know, mine was just like fucking yeeted out of existence for some reason. It was there and now it isn't. And I haven't fallen into like some infraction due to saying shit. Like technically I did, but like also I fucking didn't. Like I can. Wait, there I was. Hold on. There I was. Here, alright. Yeah, I not listed with a white license on the server. He removed like N24 drivers as well for me, because I should have had that role. Although I think maybe I wasn't given that. But yeah, they removed my license. Wow. Oh well. You know what? Get back out of that shit. Leave server, right. Clear that stuff out of my list. Don't need that anymore. I mean, I did talk shit, but like, I don't think they realized that, so don't know why I would be having my license revoked. I don't know how they couldn't understand that joke. Right. Okay then, I've babbled on for long enough. 2 hours are done. I think I have made enough of a pulse to say, yeah, I'm alive, bitch, still. And, I hope it was enjoyable, because I still did kind of enjoy driving. The car was not too bad to drive, it's just too slow, it's the problem. It just doesn't have the pace, the BOP is not favorable enough. That sucks. But it was handling well. The battle was quite nice. As long as it lasted. Like, my overtake on lap 1 was really good. How I held on for a while was also good, but like, unfortunately when I got slightly shoved, I don't think he's too much to blame for that, but like, after that it was just like, yeah, that was game over. I think even if there hadn't been contact, he would have probably cleared me at that point. It was just like, I go defensive and he passes me, or I don't go defensive and he passes me. It just, I had not considered turn 1 had crept up on me a bit in terms of him actually being able to pass there, because he had way more straight line speed than I expected. When he was like under 4 tenths behind me, like actually closer to like 3 or 2 tenths, he could easily get a draft and get way more overspeed, and then outbrake me into turn 1. That was something I really didn't consider, because when he was like 5-6 tenths behind, he was only gaining like a tenth. Honestly, when he was like 4 tenths behind, he gained only a tenth on the straightaway. But like when he got like under 2.5 in the beginning, my way of calculating time is great. It's like under 0.25 seconds behind at the start of the straightaway, he would be like able to like slingshot and get to 0 before the braking zone, and then obviously he can make up a car length roughly in the braking zone on me. That's not too surprising. Right. Okay then. Good night. Bye bye.